Hey guys, IwB here, and got a battle against Calico. And question for you guys: what is your favorite Rate My Team? This could be on any forum. Mine definitely has to be Welcome Home by Kevin Garnett and August. That was the greatest Rate My Team ever. Taught me so much about offense. And the little hint slash tip thing of today is don't set up too early, and if you are going to, at least know most, if not all, of his team. Raw could really help you here. Raw damages the opponent if you have something like Stealth Rock up, which you should, and also lets you scout out. Also, if you do set up early and they send in a counter, don't keep it in unless you know you can, like, knock out the counter before it does too much damage to you. Yeah, so just don't try not to set up too early unless unless you're certain it like wreck. So if you guys are wondering why I'm uploading at such a crazy ass rate, it's because battle with Xerxes is coming up and I want to be in tip top condition. So anyway, battle against Ice. I send in a Zelf. I know Machamp can in-call and sub. I don't want to let it do that because none of my Pokemon, except for Salamence, who is already Stealth Rock weak, can really take a hit. So I go for Psychic, and I see he's just above the 25% line. So I'm gonna go for a Psychic. I don't want to let it sub up, but Stealth Rock really should have been the superior move. Even if it did sub up, Stealth Rock would have been the better move. I switch into Crimson. I don't care if it chucks a ice attack or a fighting attack. Crimson will take it. I expect a switch, as Crimson obviously wars it. So I go for U-turn, which turns out pretty good. It was a pretty obvious move, but I want to go into Mens and I want to go in Latias, but I really don't want to draw the Ice Shot. So I go into a Zelf, and then I switch out, because if he stays in, that means he has Ice Shot, as a Zelf can take. A Zelf has Levitate, so I go into Crimson and I outspeed Donphan. So that was my little sneak thing, so I can pull off another U-turn. And Choice Band U-turn, even to Donphan, hurts kinda a lot. It takes out a nice chunk, and since Ice Shot didn't go before U-turn because it's got priority, I know he's gonna go for Earthquake, so I go into Ments, solely for Intimidate, and he sets up Rocks instead, which turns out to be a good move. I'm gonna go straight back into Crimson. Don't want to take the Ice move, and if he does Earthquake, so be it. But he doesn't predict that, which I thought was pretty obvious. But he gets a crit. That didn't do shit anyway. So I'm gonna go for Superpower, as seeing as how much U-turn did last time, Superpower has more base power. So he goes for the Ice Shard, thinking I'm gonna switch into Salamence and go for another Intimidate. But after the Intimidate, Ice Shard does like 10 damage to Crimson, and I'm locked into Superpower now, so he can set up. And this is what he does. He knows like 3 of my Pokemon, a Zelf, Mence, and Sizzle, and then he tries to set this Dragonite up. So I switch into Guardian, as I know he's not going to go for the Dragon move on Crimson. And now, little does he know, I've got a little scarf on this guy, and I pull off a nice Draco, and I take it out. And that was huge. That was important. That was huge. So now Latias has done her thing, and I don't care if he pursuits. That would just be Lucario bait. I switch into Zelf, as I'm not gonna be able to pull up the Stealth Rock support with Sandstorm, so I just let it die. I switch into Lucario, and I'm praying to God it's not Scarf, because it didn't take Life Orb recoil, so it could be Scarfed. I go for Close Combat, and it seems like he doesn't have a Ghost Pokemon in his team, and Close Combat easily 2 KOs, so I'll just go for it again. Nothing on his team can take Close Combat, actually. yeah, so close combat, and Lucario is immune to Sandstorm, which is huge. And after double defense drop from close combat, like I don't want to take a brick break, and also extreme speed won't be doing that much to Lucario, to Weavile, sorry. So I go into immense solely for the intimidate, and right now I pretty much have this in the bag, so play it safe. I don't care if he ice punches. I really want to go into Heatran, but yeah, and then go into Salamence for the second intimidate. But I'm just trying to play it safe, play it cool. So I switch into Crimson, and I know he's gonna switch out, but I don't want to take like a brick break, so I go for Bullet Punch instead of U-turn. In comes Machamp, and it's on low enough that obviously Bullet Punch takes it out. He switches into Tyranitar, and it's obviously going to go for a Flamethrower, and he hasn't seen my Heatran, so I switch into Heatran. And he's got two Pokemon right now. Two, I think, Weavile and Tyranitar. I go for the Fire Blast, and since he didn't switch out, it tells me he's not Scarfed, so he's probably like Lumberry or some shit. And even though Fire Blast didn't do that much, Magma, just by dent, like hurting it a little, did its job. As if it did have Focus Sash or something, I remove it. So I go into Night, and I go for pull off the close combat, takes down Tyranitar, and yeah, that's pretty much game. He switches to Weavile. I'll go for the extreme speed just to really actually just hurt it. And yeah, and the Sandstorm will bring it down. He goes for a Brick Break, takes down Luke. And yeah, that's game. So, good game, bro. Oh, guys, shout out to Whiteace and Xerxes, because they're both intense. Man of the match, it should be Latias, and the key move should be Draco Meteor. I just can't be bothered to change it. So, yeah, guys, be on the lookout for the Battle of Xerxes. That's going to be huge. So, thanks, guys, and see you later.